I am the scion of the Mother Tree. Her heart speaks through me.
The scion of the Mother Tree. Let me talk to her, please. She and I have business. The Shadow Prince is dead, and I ate his wicked heart.
The Mother is angry. She desires the enemy's heart. But you may still make amends. Sabine, your actions cause great pain to the Mother. You cause great pain to all elves when you run from duty. You cause great pain to yourself. But now you are here. The Mother forgives. It is time for you to fulfill your destiny. You are the prime scion. You are the daughter of the Mother Tree. You are the one that will replace her. You must take root now. The Mother is sick. Soon she dies. It is time. The elves need a new mother. They need you. Take root, Sabine. The Mother demands it of you.
This is a momentous decision. I'm not entirely certain. You do? Then I think you're right. I'll not do it.
Prime scion. Prime traitor. Strong is bark, weak is flesh. Even this dying heart will shred you.
Sabine touches your arm.
Look, it's Sahela.
Sabine, it is so good to see you once more. I must speak with you. It is of the greatest importance. I am in Fort Joy, but I do not see you there. From the fort I escape, as you do. At last I see clearly. I know what must be done. The Mother is sick. She is weak. Her grip slips at last. You make her so. You kill her scions. You are strong now, Sabine. You are prime scion. You are God-woken. This is a unique opportunity. The impossible is now possible. Kill her. Free us from her tyranny, please. Finish what you start. One more kill. You must strike at her heart. Do this for me. Do this for all of us. Set us free.
You want the Mother Tree dead? Quite the change of heart since last we met.
I know, but now she is weak. I can speak truth. The Mother stops progress. The Mother stops lovers. The Mother forbids. The Mother commands. The Mother plots. The Mother wants vengeance. She is hollow. But all elves want is to live. I know I can count on you, Sabine. You who loves her freedom above all. You must climb the temple to find the Mother's heart. And then you must destroy it. Set yourself free, Sabine. Set us all free.
The others seem to have made this place into a stronghold. This is where we part ways, I think. Thank you. I'll make sure that Pierce's sacrifice is recorded. He won't be forgotten. Until next time.
Sabine lays a hand upon your forearm.
Step back. I have business with the Mother. I'm going to kill her. You must allow this. It's important.
Sabine reaches out to the tree. She allows her power to burgeon and grow, and then she directs it all at the heart. The tree shudders, and then screams. The heart of the Mother Tree withers and dies. All is still.
Sabine, you killed the Mother. We are free. We may go where we please. My heart is filled with gladness that you are with us, Sabine. I hope to see you again. I hope you find that which you seek. Set yourself free, Sabine, like you have set us all free.
Please, go ahead.
She sighs.
Deep down, it feels like a betrayal. A just betrayal. I know that many will say I failed my people, but I don't think I have. Even as I sat on the Prime Scion's throne as a child, watching pilgrims pass by in worship, I could hear her whisper, much like the Master would whisper. Mother and Master. There was precious little difference between the two. Both of them longed for power so absolute it's no more than an abstract. Yet it is that very abstract that causes so much actual misery for those that stand in its way. My heart may be conflicted, but my mind is not. I did the right thing.
Bring me proof that the Sallow Man is dead, God Woken. Until then, I have nothing further to say to you.
Good.
Your reward, as promised. The altars of the gods each reveal an affinity towards either the sun or the moon. There are pillars outside the entrance to the Council Academy. Align each pillar to the corresponding celestial body. Rallic, Vrogir, and Zolstissa favored the sun, while Duna, Tyrsendilius, Xantedsa, and Amadia favored the moon. And the lever that opens the entrance. It requires a great power source. I have one for my own use, of course, but you will have to find something for yourself.
Looky here! Oh, all right. Rightly right. Oh, very rightly right. Come inside.
The face dissolves, and the stars begin to swirl. And so too does your head, as you are taken to...
I've always wanted to see an impish pocket realm.
Me too. This is fascinating.
My! A whole world inside one little glass nut. The perfect place to hide. Although, would a potted plant be too much to ask for? Honestly.
From the size and shape of the spirit, you deduce that this is, or was, an imp. From its expression, you deduce that it's not very happy about being dead. You are Marasaken the engineer. You keep the machine running and focused on its primary task. Just as your ancestors did, you await the answer to the great question, what is the universe? But the machine only knows what the universe is not. It searches for the right answer by eliminating the wrong ones. You expect the process to be complete soon. Any millennium now, in fact. But recently, you've been getting the impression that the machine, well, it just doesn't trust you. You are Marasaken, the engineer. After long years of quiet work, the gem falls into the jaws of two great black ring wargs, who treat it as a toy. The machine suspects you of sabotage and responds in self-defense. You flee to the one place where you know you will be safe from the death fog and the rock fire. But before you can plan your rush to the core, where you'll apply the failsafe, a falling object hits you on the head. In a flash, you are dead. But still your objective burns in your mind. Get to the great ball of light at the core of the machine and turn off its defenses. On touching the glowing ball of light, text appears before your eyes. Threat de-escalated, returning to primary task. Answer search running. What is the universe? Answer not yet found. Search incomplete. Estimated search time, 358,910,227 years. Estimated search time, 358,910,227 years. Abnormal seismic activity threatened primary task operations. Operator sabotage suspected. To protect core functionality and data retention, first-level security measures were activated. Operator submitted override string. Large quadrupeds are playing with the framing device. The likelihood of quadrupeds having the capacity of play was calculated at 1 in 2. The likelihood of an operator lying about quadrupeds shaking the framing device was also calculated at 1 in 2. Operator's manner and language indicated hostility to the machine. Operator was identified as most likely primary threat. Extirpation was deemed the safest and most logical action. Threat de-escalated, returning to primary task. Answer search running. You reach out to touch the altar. Its cold surface a curious foil to the thrumming and clanging metal that surrounds you. Your vision clouds, your head swims, and when the fog clears, you are still standing in the Imp Temple. You look around in confusion. This doesn't seem right. There's a cough behind you. Turning, you see Xanteza. Not some allegorical figure, not some awe-inspiring god, just her. She's leaning against one of the struts on the platform, taking you in.
moon. There is not much mirth to be had these days, but the gods turning to the creations they've abused to save them. What could be more hilarious than that? Well, I do have one idea.
She leans in, her eyes sparkling.
I have a proposition for you. I'll reveal if I'm telling the truth, but only if you disown your god.
Deep within, you can feel your god stirring, hissing like a snake.
Oh, make no mistake. I'm not asking you to support me at the wellspring, just not to be beholden to him. To think for yourself, to make choices that you think are right, not what some half-dead god demands. Damned if I know, but that's the situation. You can walk away with my word, or reject your god and be sure.
Your god flies forth, grasping at Xantessa's neck, but his hands connect with nothing. He spins, confused and snarling. The imp's image shimmers, solid as any mirage, and fades to nothing, leaving only an echo of laughter and a bright moon shining down from above. The doors loom above you, one step closer to the council, one step closer to divinity. The others must surely be thinking the same. After all, only one of you can ultimately ascend. Time for an honest discussion, perhaps.
Well, well, well. This is, as they say, it. Divinity. Surreal, is it not? So much more insubstantial, almost, than desiring an empire, or vengeance, or fame. That said, I'll not deny I very much aspire to the surreal. No greater emperor than the one that sits on the throne of gods.
He sighs deeply.
Oh, you'll probably think this highly uncharacteristic of me, but I'm inclined to agree. This journey of ours, this strange and violent pilgrimage, it has changed some preconceptions. It's not so much that my desires have changed, it's that they've multiplied. They were like a diamond kept hidden in a secret pocket for none but me to see. But then the diamond was forced into the open, held against the light. And in that light, so many colours I never knew were there. Sadder, the promise of dragons. I value them more highly now even than divinity. The final prize is yours. I'm content to follow a more unexpected path.
Looks like we're at the end of the line. Look, divinity is an immense responsibility. All that power, it corrupts. I saw what it did to Lucian, a soldier like me. I won't let that happen to anyone else. For their sake, and the sake of Rivellon, I must ascend. You're right. I can trust you. Every step of the way, you've been there for me.
He nods once, decisively.
I'll support you. Let's go.
Beast looks not at you, or even through you, but beyond you, beyond the Academy, to a place far from you, but close to him.
I know I talk a lot, but I don't talk about the Isle of Mists that much. No reason to, most of the time. Can't stop thinking of that time today, though. My crewmates and me, we can handle prison. We can handle death, even. But ain't no one should handle the Isle. You don't see the mist. You don't hear it. It's just there. In front of you, on top of you, and in you. Then the ripping starts. Your dreams ripped away. Your thoughts, your self. It's in you, and it is you. Your body is meat, perfectly preserved. The mist keeps it safe. It's your soul that's boiled. I'm not looking to ascend because I want the power. I'm not doing any of this for me. I'm doing it so the rebels never need face the Isle. So the mist'll never be in them. So they can be truly free, fearless, themselves. As soon as I stop Operation Downfall, I rejoin them. As far as I'm concerned, that's where my divine duties begin and end.
Beast pauses, then nods.
I will do this for you, but I also do it for more than you.
We're finally here, on the doorstep of Divinity. Merits a word, doesn't it? After all, only one of us can become the new Divine. But don't worry, I won't stand in your way. From the moment you came back for me on that ship, I knew you were special. You've proven it time and again.
She kisses you on the cheek.
You will be the new Divine. I will remain myself. All I ever wanted, really.
So, I guess this is it. I can't see two ways about it. I need to be myself again. Finally. I can't risk getting shut out by this demon. It wants to keep me quiet, to rule in place of me. I need to make sure I'm strong enough that it can never seize control again. I won't let it make me silent in my own skin. I need to ascend. Let's do this.
The Academy. My Academy. This place was home once. Now I'm not sure what home even means. But I know one thing. I may be the last of my line, but the hope for my people lives on through me. I must try to save them. I must ascend. It is the only way to guarantee that my race will never be snuffed out. Perhaps you do know best. Curious. I was sure I would burst into flames if I ever uttered those words. Oh well. Come, Godwoken. Let's claim your destiny.
The Voidwoken rears its head as you approach, its beady eyes looking past you. You glance over your shoulder and see Fane staring at it, transfixed.
You.
The Voidwoken hisses as Fane approaches. It calls him traitor, but it calls him brother too. Fane's drive to uncover the universe's secret saw the Eternals cast into the void. His hubris saw his people turned into Voidwoken. But the Voidwoken offers him a chance to redeem himself, to rejoin his people. If he accepts the God King's covenant, all will be forgiven. The Voidwoken claims that the Eternals can return to this world, that Fane can be home again. The skeleton looks back at you.
I'm sorry, brother. I cannot see this land destroyed just so we can rebuild our more imperfect world. I have a new home now.
Very well, traitor. Side with your mortal pets. Share their fate.
A Voidwoken stares intently at you. This creature seems different. It sways with a sinewy purpose. Intelligence glints in its eyes.
Step back, Hanola. The time of mortals draws to a close. We have returned to claim what is ours. We have returned to claim the world. All mortals are thieves. You have stolen our world. All the world is ours. We are not the void, mortal. We are of the world. You are of the void. When we were banished, you were made. You owe your entire existence to us. You owe us everything. We were betrayed by the 7 usurpers. They took our powers and used them to create you. They sent us to the void and thought we'd never return. They were wrong. And now they will face the wrath of the king. They were little more than local barons, until Fane the traitor found the veil. In their greed, the 7 tore its fabric. This gave them power. It made them gods. And it let the void into the world, and saw us banished to its clutches. You left us no choice. We had no other tools. We shall return, and then we shall cast out the void. Do not resist us. We shall be who we once were, and the world shall be restored to what it was before we were betrayed. Because of that betrayal, you exist. Because of what was stolen from us, you exist. Because of the powers we lost, you exist. We will have them back. But we will not fight your husk, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. If it can still walk. You shall end then.
What you were told hangs in the air like a noxious cloud. The Voidwoken were Eternals, robbed of their source in order to create you. They allied themselves with the Void so they could return.
What they pursued for power, which is what they're doing still. One has to admire their tenacity.
Progress is annihilation of one way of life by another. I guess we're progress.
Looks to me like they do just about anything to survive. The mark of civilization is knowing when it's your turn to lay down so that others may live.
I can understand their anger if not their methods. Revenge should be exact, not indiscriminate.
Suddenly, it all makes sense. Folks will do anything to survive. Who could blame them?
My people. What have they done to you? This cannot stand. You must be restored.
The phantom bird pecks at the stone beneath her with a scarred and blood-flecked beak. She glowers up at you with one gimlet eye.
Student of the arena, are you? Or master? You even beat Murga in Driftwood? That little firecracker was always my favorite. I have an even greater challenge for you. Beyond lies an eternal construct of great destructive force. There, you can prove in trial by combat that you are indeed the one I have waited for. The one. There can be only a single one. If you wish to be the one to claim that regal glory, I suggest you hurry up.
An automaton, massive and imposing, creaks to life as you approach.
You must leave. You are not divine. You must leave or die. You can not win this fight.
Have you completed my challenge? Have you felled the construct? My congratulations on becoming the singular Godwoken to follow the ancient rituals of the arena. You are now the one.
The spirit ruffles her feathers and stares deeply into your eyes. You feel a powerful energy flood through you, a powerful energy that stays with you.
Happy are those who feast on the fallen.
You are Leonard Rawle. You are a godwoken and a thief. You keep your secrets well, even from yourself. You are Leonard Rawle, godwoken, thief. If you can't earn a place in Lucian's shadow, you're going to steal it. You think you'll find advantage in the Forbidden Library. But first you have to steal the keys. Your tutors have one each, but you can't risk getting caught. You'd earn yourself a trip to the Chancellor's chamber, one from which you suspect you would not return. Your best friend Redulus was your rival. You knew that he was weak. You made sure the Chancellor knew it too. And while your friend was in the Chancellor's secret room, you stole the capacitor from the Chancellor's own table. But then you heard a noise. You heard the sound of your best friend's murder. You fled. You hid the capacitors you had taken and set out to steal the rest. You were lurking here, plotting, when you were overtaken with a sense of love. You felt at peace. You felt Lucian's hand on your shoulder. You did not feel the sword blade enter your back. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for the spirit source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now. You pause. Lucian was the divine. Why would he want to harm anyone in the Academy, from where his successor ought to rise?
To rule is to be ruthless when the occasion calls for it. The occasion simply must have called.
The Divine killed far more than Godwoken. He wasn't worthy of the name.
Tale as old as time. He secured his place and didn't want any upstarts to come after it.
Even an assassin like myself recoils from a divine rejoicing in slaughter.
Hard to believe the Divine did all that. Hardly worthy of the title, if you ask me.
Oh, why do humans do anything? The man was probably driven mad with power. An Eternal would have no such issues.
The ghost's memories slip easily into your mind. His name is Candor, and he thinks he's ready to ascend. He thinks he can be godwoken, ready to step up should Lucian lose the war. He's wrong. He'll die. He did die before he even made it to the Chancellor to ask for permission to fight in the Arena of the One. And what's more, he was murdered. You are Candor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. Your tutors disagree, but you want the Chancellor to hear your case. Instead, you find a man you've never met, a great and powerful sorcerer. And as his shadow falls upon you, you realize that this is Lucian the Divine himself. He gives you a smile of the utmost benevolence and grace, and you realize, as Candor, that you are far from ready. You turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors, but Lucian is too fast. He cuts you down. You're Candor the Godwoken, dead by the hand of the Divine. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for his source. This yearning is not yours, but it demands satisfaction. The hunger dies away, for now. The spirit of a rather old man dodders around, seemingly oblivious to the condition of the room. He turns and offers you a genial smile.
Ah, a new student. I admire your enthusiasm, but I'm just about to close the gallery for the evening. You'll have to return in the morning.
Oh, come now, surely you must have heard of the gallery. That's the repository for the God-woken tomes.
All the powers that a God-woken needs are documented in these tomes. The gallery is the most important part of the whole Academy as far as I'm concerned. I will not allow it to be disrespected. I am Master Trelly, curator of the gallery. I'll be here at your service, of course, as you carry out your studies, but there's time for that yet. I'm closing for the night, as I said.
The ghost frowns with confusion, then wags a reprimanding finger at you.
You're new, so I won't report your insolence, but you had better learn some manners if you hope to make use of the gallery. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
Her memories flow into you as water to a stream. You are Tarian Grey, you are Godwoken, but you will not be divine. You know this because you are in love with a colleague and rival. You are in love with Redulus, and he is in love with you. You have agreed to leave the Academy together, but now Redulus is missing. Redulus went to see the Chancellor, and you have not seen him since. You're on your way to the Chancellor's chambers when a man's voice calls your name. Lucian the Divine cups your chin, and a gentle pain stabs your heart. Lucian smiles at you, and then is gone, and you worry so for Redulus. Believing it comes from her own mind, she realizes the truth. She was murdered by Lucian the Divine. Redulus too must be dead, or he would have come for her by now. She bows her head and cries. She knows Redulus went to see the Chancellor in his chambers. She did not know that Lucian was already there. She weeps.
God Woken, it has been too long. My hope was dwindling. Tell me, do you have your wits about you for the trials to come? Here, let me see. It is greater than the gods, yet also more evil than the void. The poor have it, the rich need it, and if you eat it, you will die. What is it? Ah, very good. I could sense that you had it in you. Allow me to reward the clever pupil. One last lesson to sharpen your wits even further. But be warned, equal mastery in all skills is nigh on impossible. This lesson in wits will require a sacrifice, a degree of your constitution. Good. Take my knowledge and use it wisely on your path, Godwoken. Farewell.
Godwoken, come, time is short. Let's see how you measure up. Answer me this. Lizards run faster than humans. Elves run faster than lizards. Humans run faster than elves. If the first two statements are true, then the third must be... Yes, that's correct. I'm not convinced it was anything more than a lucky guess, however. You don't strike me as the intellectual type. One last lesson, perhaps, to bolster your mind. After all, it wouldn't stand for a potential divine to be an imbecile, would it? Intellect and reasoning come before all, of course. You must sacrifice an amount of learning in some other area in order to glean what I have to offer. Your sense of finesse. A fair bargain. True intelligence in exchange for a degree of sociability. Do you accept? It is done. My knowledge is yours. Use it wisely.
The spirit of a robed woman casts a critical eye over you.
You're less robust than I'd wish, Godwoken. You truly should have put more of an effort into developing your strength. I can help to bolster you. One last lesson in strength. There is a price, unfortunately. To excel at one skill is to neglect another. Improving your strength will sap your wits. Do you accept? It is done. Wield your strength wisely, Godwoken. Farewell.
The automaton remains still on the floor, weak light pulsing from its core. A compartment in the side of the contraption appears to be empty. There's a part missing. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you in dispassionately.
A fresh Godwoken ready for induction. Very good. I am here to serve. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. I am the Seneschal. I serve both those who teach and those who come to learn. Those like you. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the Arena of the One. Godwoken should be able to enter without issue. It seems that the Academy has been impeded due to neglect or interference. I appear to have been tampered with. Whoever is responsible may have caused similar damage elsewhere. Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulties. It's quite simple. Defeat all others.
His memory comes to you like a hound to its master. Your name is Redulus, and you are Godwoken. But you know that you can never be divine. You are in love with Tarion, your rival, and that love makes you weak. You hear rumors of a god king who would free you to be with Tarion. You seek the Chancellor's knowledge of this king, but when you find the Chancellor, he lies dead. A figure stands over him. Lucian, the great divine. He smiles at you and bids you approach him. He lays a hand upon your shoulder, and his blade slices your gut. As you fall, poor Redulus, you know that you will never see your Tarion again. Redulus awakens as if from a daze. He takes what would have been a breath, were he still alive, and breaks into a run.
Welcome to the Forbidden Library. Do not fear the truth, though it smash your world to pieces. Do not fear the truth about the gods. The gods destroy what they have made. You think them cruel, but they are not. They own us, and will do with us what they must.
A thought arrives from deep within, a single word: lies.
Redulus sought the secrets of the gods. Redulus sought the God King, and Redulus died at Lucian's hand.
Hunger rises deep within you. You, or the thing inside you, wants his source so badly you can taste it. The hunger dies away, for now. You feel lightheaded. The gods now seem like tyrants, feeding upon their worshipper's source, like their cattle raised to be slaughtered.
One can't but feel somewhat taken aback by being treated as no more than a pawn, especially when one's the king on the board.
Looks like the corruption in the Divine Order goes even higher than we thought.
Can't say I'm that surprised. Angry? Oh yeah, but not surprised.
Gods have a different vantage point from our own. Perhaps their actions will prove to be quite justified should we know their true reasons.
Jump to a conclusion and you might fall off a cliff. People do what they do for a lot of reasons. There might be more to this story.
Getting closer now. Well, let's just say, not good. I don't even know what to say.
Ifan pauses, staring hard at the ground. He roars, a fierce, mad glint sparkling in his eyes.
All this time, to think I'd failed. To think I just didn't get there in time. When the truth of it is I was sent on a suicide mission. The Divine. No excuses. There's nothing divine about one who could do that. I can't forgive him. And I can't forgive myself for trusting him. It's a mistake I can never make up for. And one I'll never make again.
Thane looks around in wonder, taking it all in.
This is my academy. It's where I did my research. Of course, it was a little less destroyed in my day. No, I was not one to keep drawings by my child in a place of work. And even if I had such things, I fear they would have been destroyed centuries ago. It also looks like someone's refurbished the place. No, there is nothing for me here. Only memories. And the immense power of several deities, of course. No, it was not. But there comes a time when a man must choose between his friends and a multi-tentacled dark god-worshipping monster. Even if that monster was once one of your people. I knew it like the back of my hand once. Alas.
Thane holds up a skeletal hand, turning it in the cool light.
I left the back of my hand in a tomb a millennia ago, and much of my memory with it. But I trust you. You have taken us this far. I will follow you the rest of the way.
You've made it far, sorcerer. Too far.
The Sallow Man may be dead, but his minions still swarm the island. My followers did their duty and bought me time to get here. I will honor their sacrifice after I go to the wellspring and ascend.
Alexander offers only a stoic nod in affirmation, his eyes glowering intensely.
This is how it is meant to be. How my father intended it to be. Even here he guides me to my destiny. Of course he did! Every Godwoken here was a threat to his legacy, so he did away with them. Now, once I'm rid of you, I will be free to succeed him. I am destined to be the Divine. Don't try to meddle with destiny.
Alexander's resolve visibly crumbles under the force of your words. When he speaks, his voice is a croak.
It's a curse to be a great man's son, you know. Truly a curse. How could I ever hope to lead the world out of darkness, when I can't even escape my father's shadow? Someone stronger than me needs to become the next Divine of Rivellon. I think you have what it takes. I will do everything I can to support you.
Godwoken, are your studies complete? All Godwoken have completed their studies. I take you now to the arena of the One. The wellspring awaits the victor. There you may fall, or you may rise. So it begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring of ascension becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may she have mercy on your soul. To the wellspring of ascension, begin.
So this is it. The arena of the One. I'll stand to my word, sorcerer. Godwoken. Whatever happens here, I'll fight at your side.